Happy Monday, degenerates, if there is such a thing. But today, yes, the market was green. We'll talk about some declarations. We'll keep it short. First, I want to talk about Amazon. They've got earnings coming up, so that's one thing. But their AWS, their Amazon Web Services, faced a major outage early Monday today, impacting services like Prime, Video, and financial platforms. We all use financial platforms. Recovery began at 5:30 a.m. and I'll tell you, it's still not fixed. I use some things. I own a small business, and I use some websites that were working at about 6 p.m. this evening, but we're still very slow. So it's not fixed. But anyway, I want to talk about the stock. It was up, which I thought, with that outage, it'd be down. But they're up 0.61%, I guess, on the earnings coming up. Their earnings are just a few days. Next Thursday, the 30th. So we'll keep an eye on that. But let's talk about some declarations. WPAY. That is a Round Hill weekly pay. It's kind of a fund of funds of the Round Hills. They declared 73 cents, pays Wednesday, down from 85 cents last week, but that is still a 74% yield. So for you guys comparing, YMAX to WPAY, WPAY is paying a better yield. It worries me, and if the market turns bearish, they have more, they're more long leverage. So if the market goes short, YMAX is good to hold. I own YMAX. I don't own WPAY yet. I'm considering it, but I'm not there yet. REC shares did declare tonight. They declare after the close. They were up as a whole 1.79%. And their underlyings were up 1.54%, so they captured 116% of that, 16% more. And that's the idea. They're 1 to 1.5 leverage. They only do covered calls on half of their synthetic positions. So if the market goes up, they're not as capped. The market went up. NVIDIA is down, which is weird, 0.32. And NVII, which is REC shares, was up 0.32. So that's interesting. But they declared NVII 27 cents, up from 26 cents. That's a 42% yield, almost 43. TSII went from 48 cents down to 37 cents. That is still a 75% yield. That is their best yielder. MSII went from 8 cents to 6 cents. That is a 25% yield. That is their worst yielder. But Strategy, they've been all over the place. They bought some more Bitcoin. I know that. So we'll keep an eye on that. COII went from 11 cents to 10 cents. That is a 41% yield. So that's REC shares. My ask of you guys, let me know in the comments, do you own any REC shares? I do not. I do cover them because it's important for some. It's growth and income. That's their funds. I'm an income investor. I'm not worried about growth at all. Maybe I will be in the future, but right now I'm just income, stacking shares. You know the drill. I want to look at. I want to show you a quick chart on WPAY because it's a lower yield than YMAX, but look at this. It is growing. They launched September 4th at 47.50. They are at 53.87. So they're up. They're up today 2.3%. They'll go down tomorrow, the amount of the distribution. But I'm noticing a lot of these, we're in a bull market and they're just recovering faster than they decline on the distribution. I want to look at IBIT, which is a Bitcoin. iShares Bitcoin. Look at them. They gapped up today. Bitcoin was up all weekend. iShares doesn't trade on the weekend, but Bitcoin does. So they gapped up. And they're up 4.07%. You guys know I'm a BITK fan. Same thing, up 4.39%. It's red. This is why I don't like TradingView. It's red because it was lower than the open, but it was higher than Friday's close. So they're up 4.39%. The biggest winner today was Coinbase, and they gapped up because of Bitcoin, of course. Coinbase was up 2.31%, and the affiliated Coinbase funds, COII from Rex, was up 0.58, a little more. COIW was only up 0.16, but remember, they declared Friday. Today was X day. So they go down by the dividend, the distribution. Coney, for you heads, was up 1.72%. ICOI, I bought more this morning, and I bought it pre-market, which I was able to. With Robinhood, some funds you can buy whenever you want, pre-market, aftermarket. But this one, it wouldn't let me buy fractional shares pre-market. So I just bought whole shares. I was filled at, 8 o'clock this morning. Market opens at 9:30 Eastern time. And so I got in. I forget the fill price, but I'm up. That was up 2.51% today. Then the double leverage, CONL, which is Granite shares, was up 4.45. Double coin, pretty much, as expected. COYY, which is the yield boost for Granite shares, was up 1.56. Again, they're capped on the upside. So, that you won't see them go with the underlying when it's up that much. And of course, fiat, which is inverse, was down 1.96% as expected. Coin was up 2.31. Fiat was down 1.96. But I own fiat. It's a good one to hold when this market turns, and it feels like it's going to. Then, it's good to hold some inverse funds and some active stuff on the downside. So that's all I wanted to cover, and let me know in the comments. Do you? My big question is: does anyone own REC shares? More funds are coming, and it's getting. I cover 110 funds. You guys know that, and it's going to be harder and harder to cover more and more. I work full time. I own a small business, so I don't know if I want to cover REC shares at this phase in my investing. But if you guys own it, if you love it, let me know, please, because I will continue to cover it. So let me know. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn the notifications to all, and let me know. Again, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Consult with a financial advisor, before investing in anything like these. But they're working out great for me. I'm loving them. And a word on growth. As of today, because the market was green, every high yield ETF I own 18 of them. The decline in NAV, net asset value, the distributions paid has outpaced the decline in net asset value on every one of them as of today. Some were kind of in and out. Today, they're all green for me. If I sold them today, I've collected more in distributions than they're worth, than I paid for them, basically. Not house money, if you understand me. Anyway, we'll get to that another time. Just want to be real quick tonight. Let you guys know I appreciate you, and have a happy Monday. There will probably not be a video tomorrow. Tuesday's my busiest day work-wise, but we'll get something out Wednesday. We'll talk about, Yield Max is declaring tomorrow and Wednesday now. So we'll talk about those. Anyway, we'll see you on the other side. Have a great day.